call it a highly dysfunctional family, although on the surface it seemed like the American dream.
Yes, of course, naturally. In our family, because that was always that facade up there, smiling in front of the cameras. But when we got home, it was totally different. We lived an entirely different lifestyle at home.
Well, what was it like at home?
9 kids, one house in Gary, Indiana, a father who turned them into the biggest act on earth. But when you let the family tell the story, without record labels or without publicists, a different picture shows up. It's not clean, and it definitely wasn't the dream. This is Joe Jackson, in their own words.
I think that my father did a fantastic job. I think he's one of the greatest men and today a lot of men need to learn from him.
We start where the family always starts, the version that protects the legacy, the results-based parenting.
There's 6 boys in that house. I mean, we were rough. It's a lot, and there had to be some order, you know. And so I look at where we are now. Look what we have now. Look what we are. Look what we do. It's great. So something was right.
My mother and father are the reason why we're really what we are today. They led a very strong, they gave us a strong foundation and a great direction.
It's just brothers. We came out to Hollywood as a tree, and my father fought so hard to keep us together. The parable of the tree. They're the root system, and we're the different branches. Hollywood did not look at the tree for its beauty. They looked at the tree for individual branches, for their own selfish greed. And that was my father's fight, to keep us together. And that was the most important thing, the parable of the sticks in the book. He put 5 sticks together, he couldn't break them. Took one, he broke it. He said, this is you guys if you don't stay together.
I think I was a good father. I raised them and I fed them and kept plenty clothes on them. We didn't have much, but what we had, we was happy with it, yes.
That's the foundation. If you're a superstar, then whatever he did must have worked. That's the argument.
What it means. He wanted to show us, I care about you. Even if I have to whip your butt, I care about you. I'm going to keep you off those streets.
The younger siblings often saw a different man than the older ones. By the time Janet and Randy arrived, Joe was slowing down.
I think my father means well. I think he means well and wants nothing but the best for his kids. I just think that the way he went about certain things wasn't the best way, but it got the job done.
Back me, and my father was strict, but he had his reasons. You know,
you didn't think that those reasons were unreasonable.
Oh no. I mean, come on, we're all black in here, just about.
Right.
You know. Our parents didn't spare the rod, man.
Right.
You know, you did something wrong, you were scared to go home.
Right.
He's never whipped me.
But he did the boys quite a lot. He was quite a physically disciplinarian guy.
When my brother Randy and when we came along, I think my parents got kind of tired. Having 9 kids and raising these children, I think they became, and everyone says, you guys have it so easy, my other brothers and sisters would say. And my parents were a lot more lenient with us. And I thought they were very strict.
Me and Jackie probably, and Jermaine got the blunt of whatever it was that we, then about time Michael, Marlon, and Randy and Janet came along, he was pretty tired.
My father is responsible for that because he made us rehearse.
Yeah.
And you have to be the best.
It's very tough. Jacksons don't cry.
Is that the
tough.
Really? You do though, don't you?
Of course I
You're
cry.
quite emotional.
Are you kidding me?
But Michael wasn't interested in the family script. For him, it wasn't about lessons or discipline. It was about survival. He spent his childhood looking for the exit, knowing exactly what would happen if he didn't run fast enough.
He practiced us with a belt in his hand. And if you miss a step, expect to be...
Just let me go back. You just said that you would practice the dance steps and your father would be holding a belt in his hand. Is that what you just said?
Yes. And he would tear you up if you missed.
Well, spanking, you know, you just spank them a little bit with your hand or something, let them know that's wrong what they're doing. A beating come from the slavery days, when they used to beat the slaves, because when the slaves tried to run for freedom or something, they grabbed them and beat them and tortured them, you know. And they beat them with just about anything they get their hands on, put scars on them and all that type of thing.
Because he was tough.
How often would he beat you?
Too much.
When you're getting out of the bathtub and he whacks you, how old were you then?
I was very young. I remember being younger than 8, let me put it like that.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. And I can't remember what it was that I did. I can't remember if I truly deserved it. But my father's never touched me aside from that time.
Lay down a little bit. Yep. So he could never hit Michael. He swing over here, Michael's over there.
You're gonna kill him, stop it, you're gonna kill him, you know, and I was so fast, you know, he couldn't catch me half the time, but when he would catch me, oh my God, it was bad.
You said that Michael was the only one that actually tried to fight back and tried to hit your father.
He was a little boy, yes. He was the only one. I don't think he knew exactly what he was doing, but the more he would get beat, he'd throw it back at him and throw it straight. He would have to always get the last lick in, always.
It's been the reaction.
I think my brother Marlon got it the most because he had a hard time at first. And he tried so hard. And it was always, do it like Michael, do it like Michael, you know.
And I'm sure he was afraid of that. I mean, he was always Michael, that is, getting into trouble. So when he got into trouble, the next thing was the chastisement that would come after it. So yeah, I remember that very well. He didn't even have to take the strap out. All he'd have to do is look at you like this.
We were terrified of him. Terrified. I can't tell you. I don't think he realizes to this day how scared. Scared. I mean, scared. So scared that I would regurgitate.
You would vomit?
Mm-hmm.
When would you vomit? What would produce that sort of reaction in you?
His presence.
Would he only use a belt?
Why do you do this to me? No, more than a belt.
I think it was Off the Wall, Thriller, and he was still getting beat, but what you guys see is him up on the awards, accepting these awards, and smiling. My father's chasing him around the house, and he's running from him, terrified.
I would get back at him when he'd get me. I would beat bad. I mean, to the point I would say abuse. Please don't like that.
This kind of upbringing leaves a specific kind of scar. It shows up in how you view your parents and whether you even view them as family.
I knew that he was my son and I was his father. Well, you had all those kids running, hollering around and hollering, Dad, Dad, Dad. You know, it gets to be, sounds kind of funny to me, but I didn't care too much about what they called me, just as long as they was able to listen to me and what I had to tell them, you know, in order to make their life successful. That was the main thing.
So your father tells you one time, you don't do it again. So I've always called him Joseph.
Sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I wish our relationship was different, but I know that he loves me.
Michael asks you, would you cry if Joseph died? What did Michael say after he asked you that question?
He said he don't know if he would or he wouldn't.
Cousins did.
What did your father say?
Oh, God. Yeah. It was pretty embarrassing. He used to tease me real bad about it.
It's cruel, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to hurt me. I don't think he realized how much he was hurting me.
What sort of thing did he say?
He would tease me about how I looked, and he would say, well, you didn't get it from my side of the family. It must have been Kate, you know, Kate, he would always say, meaning my mother.
Mother allowed this to go on, which makes it so bad. She didn't stop it.
She, too, was an abuse victim, wasn't she?
My mother by my father. According to my brother, yes. According to Michael, he would tell me he would see my father beating my mother. I have never seen my father beat my mother, but he beats all of us.
So to this person, they watch their father, you know.
Is any of them dancing or singing or trying to follow Michael's footsteps?
Not yet.
Do you want them to?
Well, if it's going to cause them as much pain as it's caused Michael, I'd rather them not. Because it's not deserving to Michael, and I imagine I don't want them to have to go through that. You can't change the things that you really want to change. What I would do is I'd make sure that they took time out to go to college. And that would be one of the things that I would change.
Real trauma doesn't always lead to a clean break. Sometimes it leads back to the very person who hurt you, still begging for a dad who isn't there.
And he didn't allow us to call him Daddy. And I wanted to call him Daddy so bad. He said, I'm not Daddy, I'm Joseph to you, you know?
No.
One time I tried to call him Dad.
And what happened?
He said, no. He said, I'm Joseph. You call me Joseph. I'm Joseph to you.
I know that all of our life we've always called you Joseph. But I would love to call you Dad from now on. Is that good with you?
You don't have to ask me that. You can call me Dad if you like.
I would love to do that.
I love you.
And you would truly understand and know how I feel. I care about you so much, you have no clue.
I don't like to see a woman cry.
But it's okay to cry.
But you dry those tears up.
Well, as you look at it, were there any mistakes you made?
I didn't make no mistakes, Larry. So you know.
So when he didn't he once say that you were physically, emotionally abusive to him?
I've never been abusive to him. Never.
We don't speak that much.
When did you last talk to him?
Honestly, it's not often. Not
Weeks, months?
While the children were looking for a father, Joe was still looking at them as business opportunities, even while the family was still mourning Michael.
Joe Jackson joins us here tonight. How you doing, sir? How's the family holding up?
I'm great. My family's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you. How is, you said your wife is, what about Janet and the rest of the family, the daughters and everything?
They're all doing fine. But I want to make this statement. This is a real good statement here. Marshall and I we own the record company called
Ranch Records.
Right.
Okay, distributed by Blu-ray Technology.
Yeah.
And that's his next step.
And that's your next step.
9 kids, 1 man. Randy says it was right. Janet says he meant well. And Michael called it something else. It wasn't a family disagreement. It's 9 people carrying the same wound in 9 different ways. Joe Jackson built an empire, but his children are the ones who had to live in the wreckage. That's the part that the music doesn't cover.